I have wisely decided to skip my power walk for today and simply shower, shave, take a nice long shower that I need, and wash my hair, and then dry it. My mom does have air conditioning, I don't like air conditioning, so I put the air conditioning on 80 because there's 84 in here. But I don't really care for air conditioning. This is one of my leftover concoction meals I've told you guys about, with peppers, onions, celery, mushrooms that my mom used to cut up, and lots of beans and meat and whatnot. I added some sour cream to make it an extra treat. I don't usually buy sour cream. I bought sour cream, frankly, because I wanted to eat it with the Special K crackers. I wanted a fucking treat under the circumstances of my mom being locked up in the nut house. And yet again, something neither she nor I thought would ever happen. Ask Talk Salad. He was saying stuff like that 2 weeks ago. I even told my mom. I said, one of my YouTube friends thinks that you're not gonna be able to handle, Linda dying. I thought it would happen maybe but whatever. That you are gonna, that Marion's plan is you're gonna lose it. You're gonna be committed. Then I'll be committed, and Marion will have power of attorney of all of us. I said, are you gonna be able to handle it when so and so dies? Can you handle it? She's like, oh yeah. And like that. And you want to know what changed it? It Talk Salad. Well, by the way, my new person, couldn't tell if it was a man or woman. It was turns out, she wrote it right under my comments, she's a woman. I don't know if Talk Salad is a man or woman, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What was I going to say? Oh, I lost my train. Oh yeah, my mom thought she could handle it. Well, guess what? The Anna has cancer, was too weak to go to church for weeks. Not weeks and weeks, but my mom saw her in church, and she was skin and bones, the woman, and my mom's not strong enough to handle it. It's easy to say, oh, I'm strong enough to handle this, and then when push comes to shove, you're not. It's not rocket science. And I fear what's going to happen to my mom if the Anna who has cancer dies while my mom's in that mental hospital. I can't do much. I can visit my mom only for a very short amount of time. I can't get there at night when you can have long visiting hours, It's the way it goes. Like I said, I can call her on the phone every day, and I'm taking care of the household. Once I shower and wash my hair and dry it, so that's out of the way, I'm going to clean this place. I fed the dogs. Omar, come here. He still hasn't gone caca. I got to take him out again. I should probably do that before I shower. I told my mom, because she gets one of those senior citizen rides, because she doesn't drive. I told her that. She's like, well, I'm sure you can go if you get. Mom, I don't need to go. We have so much fucking food. I said, I can eat anything. Just like I told you guys, I can eat a piece of chicken for breakfast. We have too much food here. Sure, my mom's here because she's old and she wants set. She wants to have her specific things to eat and blah, blah, blah. I can eat any fucking thing. There's so much leftovers in the freezer because I make that meal, it's so big, and we wind up eating it for a couple days and maybe another day for lunch, and then we get sick of it and it goes in the freezer in the Mr. Lids. By the way, Mr. Lid is not hype. I love the Mr. Lids, and so do my mom. So does my mom. All those commercials and all those things, you see on TV are usually they're crap. Mr. Lids are not crap. Mr. Lids are awesome. I like Mr. Lids. I broke one, unfortunately. It fell out of the freezer. Not shocked, but oh well. When it's something funny, it's probably going to end before I can say it. The memory card on this, when it's running low, it's going to say memory card full. So it's been giving me 15 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever, right? I created a video when I got home from taking Omar and he wouldn't go to the bathroom, wouldn't go caca. And it didn't register This has never happened in the history of my camera. Remember, I've had this camera for years. It's very strange. It didn't register, whereas I put it on the internet and it says 0, and you can't see it on there, and yet it took away the thing. So now instead of letting me do the 12 or 15 minutes that it was letting me do, it's gone down to like 4 minutes. It's like I created that video and it disappeared into the camera, but it's taken away that memory. Does that make sense? It's never happened before. Because I went to do it, it's import, and it said 0 found. I'm like, I just created one. I sat here in front of the red light and talked to these people. What happened to it? It's gone. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's never happened before, but it's very, very strange. And the proof in the pudding is now when I look at the camera, it says you only have 4 minutes and something video time left, whereas before it was saying like 12 minutes. And it would let you go a little more depending on the megabytes, whatever. I've been doing that all day on this camera, so it would limit me.